Oh, there's the sun. There's Jack wondering, wondering, wondering. What are we going to do? Jack, I'll tell you what we're going to do, my friend. Say, yeah, I'm waiting. Spit it out. Well, you see this pile right here, Jack? That is some junk firewood. Yeah, there really is a thing called junk firewood. Termite infested pine, some hardwood there that we picked up, remember, from Jim's. So yeah, I remember that. I remember it. Yeah, you know what we're gonna use this for, Jacko? I'll tell you, buddy. I'll tell you what we're gonna use. Wait for it. We're gonna make lump charcoal. What do you think about that, buddy? Oh, did you step on a gumball? Did you step on a gumball, Jacko? Say hi, step on it. You got goo in your eyes. Crusties. Let's get the crusties out. Happier? Says, yeah, I forgot to wash my face this morning. Yeah. So what we're going to do, we're going to make some lump charcoal with this pile of fuel wood tomorrow. There may be some more in there that I can use. That's the junky stuff. A lot of pine. And a lot of wet wood. We won't use the wet wood. And how we make lump charcoal here is we bring our 55-gallon drum and we park it in the fire pit right here. And that'll also be fuel wood. And then we build the fire up around the 55-gallon drum that is containing hardwood, hickory. Take seat. What are these birds all doing? Look, what are they doing in my lean-to? Nesting? Oh, we gotta. This happens to be our chicken wire warehouse. Whoever's on, I welcome you. Good morning. We're almost afternoon. Uh-oh. Looks like this laying hen was a little hungry. Ate her egg. There's one there. Here's our 55. Here's check this out. This is a beehive. This is called a horizontal hive. I made this out of tulip poplar a couple of years ago. And this is Typar on top for the roof. Let's see. It's probably wedged. I wonder what's in there. Oh, it's wedged shut. Let's see. I really want to open it. Oh, that's the hinge side. I'm a dum-dum. Here we go. It's been that long since I made it. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, this is a horizontal hive. And it didn't work out too good for us because we have the Langstroth hives, which, you know, when you have two types of hives, it becomes an issue with compatibility. And I'm no bee expert. That's my wife's domain. Here's another one. This is also a horizontal hive, but it's a different kind than this one. I think I have the names right. These old windows are in the way here. I won't open this one, even though it's kind of open because it's being pressed open. These are, look, there's a little honeybee right there. What are you doing there? Just warming up. Don't you want to go back to your regular hive? Anyway, Jack's with me here again. I'm a little trusty sidekick. I need to put this. Yeah, this is all gonna fall over here and smash in a minute. I get sidetracked. I need 2 hands to do this. I'll come back later. Here's my 55-gallon drums. And we're going to use this to make lump charcoal. One of them is not, I think it's this one is no good anymore. Bottom one. The bottom. Did you hear that, Jack? So yeah, that'll be good for your algorithm, I'm pretty sure. What did I do with my other mitten? Here it is. Jack? You know what? This is going to fall over here. This needs to be rectified before all these windows smash. I'll keep that going for a second. I got 2 hands available. What I need is a block of wood. Here we go. We'll use this. Found something over here in the forest. Jacko. Yeah, I talked to Jack all day long, by the way. Here we go. Right here. Prop them up. There we go. Now they won't fall over. Put the lid back on the hive. Phone fell down. And let's see if we can roll this over here. So I do definitely need to look and see what the weather is going to do tomorrow. But this is my drum. All right, you can watch me roll this. Rolling. Get that doggy rolling. Here we go. Got this. Here we go. So it takes about 7 to 8 hours to make lump charcoal. So I'll get it set up today. And then I'll start it in the morning, probably pretty early. It'll be nice and still. Get it going around 7:30. I mean, this is like, you're never going to see a live stream like this, my friends. Again. I'm rolling this drum with one hand. There we go. I got it. fire pit, drum. I'll need to clear that out and we'll use it. It's a lot of cherry canopy. I cut that down. Add a Q&A sticker. Read minds. Yes, no. What? I think it's funny. YouTube. It asks if I want to put a sticker up, but it's like completely irrelevant to what I'm doing here. So yeah, there we go. And I think that makes how many? It makes enough lump charcoal for my big green egg to last probably almost a year because I don't use it like as much as I used to. There's the firewood processing area. Woodshed I was stacking this morning. Right, Jack? And you were kind of just laying around doing what you do best. And now I'm resting, thinking about lunch. Looks like the bees are coming out of their hive, which is over there. What's on people's agenda today? Come on, let me know. Nothing. What do you think, Jack? What's on your agenda? Buddy? What do you smell? There's the guineas. I'm going to put a sticker up, Jack. I'm going to do a poll. Have any of you ever made lump charcoal? Come on. Look, this is totally anonymous. I can't see. So all the 12 that have come on to the stream here, all 12 individuals, let me know. One vote, okay? There should be 12, at least 11 more. It's easy. It's free. I don't know who said it. Don't worry. 2 votes. No. Okay. 3 votes. Yes. A what? We had 1 person? 50%. Okay, no, that's 2 people. Fantastic. How did you make it? If you care to let me know on the chat. How did you do it? Did you do it a similar way, or there's different ways you can do it? One way, the old school way, like it's really old school, is to like build a fire underneath soil, basically. All right, we got 4 votes on this. That's it. Out of 13 people that are on. 5 votes. Oh, 60-40. Look at that. Way to go. I appreciate that. Come on, let's go. So this is my project for tomorrow. I just decided to do it. That's the way I operate. In my world, which is this world here you're looking at, our acreage, and we heat a house with wood. As you can see, there's my wood pile. But I had all this junky wood that I'm looking at and thinking, I don't want to put this in the woodshed because it's, well, it's not high value firewood, and it's got a lot of termite, and it was a bit rotted and gone punky. So it's the perfect kind of wood to burn to make lump charcoal. We got 9 votes. So we got 16 on. We should get at least another 7. And we're at most people saying no and some saying yes, which is, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty amazing. I guess, that's the kind of audience I bring in, are people who have done something like this. It's actually very easy. I'll show you how I did it. For you, that people that are here now and won't join me tomorrow necessarily because you'll be working or something and unavailable. So you need a something that you can contain the wood, and it should be basically tight. And by that I mean, so I have a lid here that has the strap and I can make it tight. And then you need some exhaust uh, ports here, which are all these holes I drilled in to the top. And so you build the fire around and I'm going to put seasoned firewood inside this drum, and I'm going to fill it up to the top. All I do is take the sticks that I've got in the woodshed over there behind me. See that? And then I stuff this thing as full as I can make it, pretty tight. And then I build it in the fire pit there, build a fire around it, and cook it. Keep chucking wood on there and all day long, because you want you want it to pyrolyze. That's what's actually going on, to convert the wood into basically just charcoal. And but you don't want it to burn away. You just want to burn all the um, volatiles off of it, off the wood. So you've got the tar, the pine tar, all that stuff that's in there, the terpenes. 64%, 11 votes. That's pretty good. Hey, thanks for participating in the poll. And I decided to do this because, things have gone expensive here all of a sudden, right? Propane, natural gas, that stuff just jumped up in price. And I have an abundance of, nothing is free, but I have an abundance of wood and a lot of dead trees that fall down on my property every year, and I can take that stuff. So most of the stuff I'll burn tomorrow is going to be pine, dead pine that I just pulled out. And that's what we're going to put in there. So now that we got some votes, why not just hit the thumbs up as well? Why not? I always say they're free. The thumbs up are free. It doesn't hurt. And I won't spam you or anything like that. You don't have to worry, because I don't know who's on. What do you think, Jack? Hear the guinea? That's a girl, guinea girl. What is it? I see. Retouch. I don't need retouch off. What's that? Effects. Don't need that either. It's warmed up nicely here now. Look, there come the yins. There's never a peaceful moment when you have guinea fowl. $14 votes. Nice. Thank you. So most people haven't made it. I can see. I just got through splitting a bunch of wood with the wood splitter, the log splitter, the hydraulic one, not manually. My arm is sore. This one. Maybe from doing too much of that stuff. All right, thanks for, I'll just erase the poll here now. So yeah, about 2/3 people haven't made it. That's pretty good though. I'm impressed. Do any of you do beekeeping? Should we do that one? Poll. There's one. All right, who's on? Jack. 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 What do you want to do, bud? You want to go see Jim? I'm gonna take him some eggs. It's time to get, I think, a bite to eat. And let me show you the bees. The bees they've gotten very active right now. I don't know, can you all see? With this sticker in the middle of the screen, do you actually see anything? I have to keep moving it around, but we just have one. But each year we've gotten around 25 pounds of honey just from like one hive. And this year I don't think we're gonna take honey. We're gonna just, I think my wife is gonna work on building this up a bit, getting it strong, and then splitting it to make another hive. But she's kept one hive going steady now for, I would say, we're into the 3rd year now. And these are utility poles. You know, we have a lot of utility pole replacement work, infrastructure improvement going on in this county, and when they came down our road, we said we'll take the ones you take. We'll take the old ones. Some of them were too short, and they put taller ones in. So the guy, I think I made his day, to be honest, because he said, "Oh yeah, if you take them, then I don't have to load them up on my truck and take them. They have a place they take all the old poles." So I said, "Yeah, I'll come get it with my tractor. Just leave it over here," and I did. And I just sawed them in half and said, "This is going to be a beekeeping stand." This one was going to be something else, um, but got used to put beehives. We had another beehive, but it didn't make it, and it was on this one. But yeah, got one vote on the beekeeping. No, yeah, I have to say I'm not much of a contributor to the beekeeping effort. That's mainly my wife's thing, and I think it takes a certain personality and to do it. To be honest, it's I don't know. I find how do I best say it? You have to be okay with doing a lot of tedious work that might not pay off at the end of the amount of work you put in. Like a very good chance it might not. And you can do everything right and it still might not work out. That's the way I think um, beekeeping is. Because, yeah, there's so many things that can cause a colony to just die off that it just, for me, is a little bit frustrating. But I do help, if she's got some maintenance and things to do to the hives, I'll help out with that. Like I said, I've made a hive. I made those horizontal ones, which was kind of a fun project. Riley, 6873. You used to change. I used to change all. Um, Not sure what do you mean? Yeah, I used to change all. Riley, I recognize you, my friend. I think you were on yesterday possibly when I was wood splitting. By the way, that was a really just yeah, I was surprised how many people stopped by that one. It had let me tell you, it was like for watch hours, like 13 watch hours on the one I did yesterday afternoon, which is amazing. That contributes. That helps me move up to the required watch hours that you need for monetizing the channel, which, as I mentioned, is one of my goals for this year. Because I've had the channel forever, and then I thought, I'm going to see if I can make a little bit of side money on YouTube. I can tell you, it's not easy when you're boring, like me, boring and old. If you're young and pretty and good looking, and you do dancing videos or do something like that, or have some other talent other than maybe your looks, you can do pretty well, I think. But yeah, otherwise it's actually becomes I have to say not it's work for everybody, because if you want to be to have the airtime, you got to put the time. Literally, you got to put the time in. So, but it does help if you've got some talents, some God-given talents. And that's where, pets come in handy, because Jack and Maple, they are entertaining, and people like watching pet videos, funny pet videos. Hey, Jack? And Oh, what am I going to do today? Well, I split a whole bunch of wood, and just if you just got on, Riley, see this drum here? I was just telling folks that I'm going to make lump charcoal tomorrow. So I was over there, see the wood splitter? And I've got a pile right next to it, you can see. Not the one over there, that's all good stuff. But the one there is kind of junky firewood, like punky. Um, not, it's a lot of pine. I don't mind burning the pine in the indoor wood furnace, but I really don't. It's actually decent and it burns well. But I thought I need lump charcoal. I'm running out. And so I'll use that wood there to fuel the fire to make my lump charcoal in this 55-gallon drum. So I fill that up with hickory. I'm gonna use mainly hickory, and then I'm gonna put it in the fire pit there and build a fire around it and pyrolyze it and make lump charcoal. It takes about a good part of a day, 8 hours to burn it. So I got to keep a fire going for 8 hours. So that's my plan, and I'll run a live stream tomorrow while I'm doing that, if weather permits. If it's not windy, I'll do it. Like the wind has to be really low because, well, you know why. So, but the rest of today, I'm going to continue stocking wood. Got to go visit my friend. And he lives up the road, and say hello to him, and yeah, that's my agenda. Now Jack, he's decided to just chill in the sun. It's finally warmed up for him to come out. He was on the porch. He has a little bed on the porch, and it's out of the wind. Guinea. Yeah, so I think I'll just end it here because it's a good time too. Thanks for stopping by. Peace out. And thanks for the votes, by the way, on the beekeeping. Most of you don't do it, but some of you do. Very good. Let me just drag that here so you can see. Bye-bye.